Hello, everyone. Welcome to LASL President's Program. Today, we are going to be speaking on 5-minute tips, our spreading reading joy in the school library. I am Levy Howe. I am the LASL current president. I'm also a middle school librarian at Benton Middle School in Bossier Parish, and I've been a librarian for 11 years and an educator for 28.
Hello, everybody. My name is Amanda Jones. I am the Vice President of LASL. I'm a teacher librarian at Live Oak Middle School in Watson, Louisiana. I am a 21-year educator. This is my 7th year in our school library. And like Levy said, today we're going to be talking about sparking reading joy, fostering reading joy, motivating readers in 5 minutes or less. So the first thing you want to think of when you are thinking about your reading program and how you want to run it in your school library, you want to think about what's your goal as a school librarian. And I know that my goal as a school librarian is to foster that love of reading so that they will be lifelong readers, hopefully. And I like to say that if a kid says they don't like to read, it's just because they haven't found the right book, and I am there to help them. Now, what you will see on the screen, there are different links. So there's a link about, goals. There's a link about all of these topics that you can click on to see what I'm talking about, what I'm referencing. And then this right here, if you click on, this is a huge Wakelet board with 64 items that you can look at. Now, this slide deck is in the description of this YouTube video, so you can access all of these links. So after you finish, you choose your goal, what's your mission, your goal in the library, and you start your program, you really need to think about reading choice. I know a lot of schools do accelerated reader or other programs like that, Scholastic Reading Counts, Fountas and Pinnell. Do people still do that in elementary? I'm middle school, so I don't know. But you need to think about the fact that graphic novels and comics are real books. Do not limit your students. Do not tell them that they can only have one graphic novel, or it's not a real book. And the same with audiobooks. Now, we do not have a budget for audiobooks, but my students have access to our public library with the student e-card. So I teach them how to download the audiobooks. When I started in here in the library, I think we had 30 graphic novels, and now we have over 800. The students loved that section. So I made sure that I put a lot of money of my budget into graphic novels because they love it. And what you will see in this Wakelet right here, and what you will see if you click on these, there are different articles, different research studies to prove to you, in case you need it in your hands, you can print it out, that graphic novels, comics, audiobooks are real books. Another thing I want to talk to you about is levels and zones. In our school library at my school, students can choose whatever they want to read. They do not have to get in a certain range or zone because I do not want to limit them. Now, I could get on my soapbox about that for 3 hours, but all I'm going to tell you is there is plenty of research to back up what I'm saying. So again, in this Wakelet board, there are 64 resources in this board, lots of articles and research to prove that student choice, student selection is key in improving reading comprehension and building lifelong readers. When we talk about incentives, I do several programs in the school library. We do a Battle of the Books, another type of reading book challenge called Mesh Society, and we do a 40-book challenge. I do not give physical, tangible rewards for any of our reading challenges because I read a book called No More Reading for Junk, and I tried to get away from all of that. I also read a book called Read Aside, but I talk about it a lot more because this is just 5 minutes. I talk about it a lot more with two librarians from Georgia on the School Librarians United podcast, and we have a lot of food for thought if you'd like to listen to that to see why we are trying to move away from tangible reading incentives.
One of the ways that I really learned a lot more about just fostering that reading in children was from this book, The Book Whisperer. And this is when I was still in the elementary library, which I was in that for 10 years. And AR was a big deal. And I saw where kids were just, downtrodden with this and just burdened by it. And I read this book, and it really just changed my perspective as far as being a brand new librarian. I was like, okay, there's other ways to do this other than what I'm being told. So I just put a picture of this book. This is a wonderful book. There's an article there. You can also follow her on Facebook, The Book Whisperer, and you can really learn a lot from Donalyn Miller. She is proven from the classroom that their choice is more important than what we choose for them. So that's our 5-minute tips for today on Reading Joy. You can follow us on our website or look at our website for more information. We have a webinar playlist, and you can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, everybody.